A moody photo isn't just about light. It's about where you place things, composition, shapes, emotion. Wepa, Richie here with the second episode of Capture the Mood, and we're going to be talking about composition and how you can use it to create stronger, more emotional image. We're also going to be talking about light. Use the basics with purpose, and of course, we're going to be using the rule of thirds. We're going to talk about guiding lines and framing. If you want to hear more about rule of thirds, I did a video about it. I'm going to add it here. But yeah, those are the ones that we're going to be covering in this video. And I'm going to show you some examples. If you have, for example, a center subject, it's going to feel isolated. If you use diagonal lines, they are going to create motion or tension within your image. And if you use a negative space, it's gonna add some calmness to the image. And for composition, it's always good to think in layers. You're gonna have your foreground, your middle ground, and your background. So I would advise that you shoot your images through threes, windows, mist, because it's something that invites the viewer in. Also remember that simplicity wins. Sometimes we want to have a lot of things in our frame and we think, no, we need more details, we need this, we need that, and no, simplicity always wins. You don't need a busy frame, you just need one strong subject with space to breathe, and the image is gonna speak for itself. Trust me, that's where mood lives. So always before taking a picture, take a moment for yourself, breathe, inhale, exhale, and after you do that, you just frame your shot and think about what you want the viewer to feel. Because you always want your image to transmit an emotion when it's possible. You want it to be impactful. You can have the best settings and perfect framing, but if the light is off, the mood is just gonna be off. We are definitely gonna be breaking down light, but not in a technical way. We're gonna take it more in an atmospheric, moody way. How to create an atmosphere. So usually, if you have a good light, you have a good mood. You have to definitely avoid the harsh light, and that's gonna be the first tip here. You have to avoid harsh light. If you want a moody picture, you're not gonna be shooting that picture in the middle of the day with the sun just striking on top of you. It's gonna be awful. So golden hours, cloudy days, even fog, they're gonna be your best friends for soft cinematic light. And if you're a fan of these type of moody pictures, you're gonna have to embrace the shadows. Sometimes we tend to run from shadows because we think that because we don't have enough light, it's not gonna be good, but they give us contrast, they give us texture, they work. Remember that shadows aren't your enemy. Sometimes, for a moody picture, you're gonna have to underexpose a little bit. And I know, people say you need to expose just right, but maybe what's just right for them doesn't really work for you and your style. You have to remember that. You can break the rules, but only when you know why you are breaking them. And remember, you won't always get the perfect light. That's just how life is. Life isn't fair, and things aren't perfect, sadly, even though perfection might be kind of boring. So to make it work, you have to move, you have to reframe, and you just need a little bit of a highlight that's coming through the trees sometimes. So take your time, evaluate your situation, and make it work. For example, this shot worked because I found just this slice of light. Remember that mood equals light. Start seeing it, follow the shadows, embrace the mood, and create the atmosphere that you like. I know for a fact that your images are going to start to feel different. You may ask yourself, why would you like to take a picture that is dark, that it has mystery, drama? Wouldn't you love to just take a bright, flimsy picture that's full of color and that feels happy and it makes you feel happy? And I say yes, but we also need balance. So for every bright, happy picture, You need a dark, dramatic image. And that's why I love Moody photography, because you can play with a scene that's dark and that has rich shadows. It's intense. Sometimes you see images that are moody and you just feel them like they are the most intense picture. And I mean, if you ask me, that's great. That's phenomenal. No, but in a more serious tone, I really love the way that you can paint a picture. Like, you can take a normal picture that has the correct lighting and has the correct framing, and you can make it even better. You can take your time to just work on that image and create the atmosphere that you were feeling when you took that picture. And I mean, that's great if you ask me, because you can do the same with a bright picture. If you have a picture that when you edit it, you see it and it has all the bright colors, it has all the perfect things to make an atmosphere and feel happy. That's how you felt at that moment. Maybe when you took the picture that you want to create that moody feel, you felt the same way. You just felt in a more contemplative way. It's not necessarily negative because it's dark. It can be awesome as well. Because not all drama is good, but in this case, a dramatic picture, it's the best, at least in my opinion. It looks amazing. So I'm gonna be leaving the video there. I hope you learned something, and if you liked the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram so that you can see when I put this into practice. I'm gonna add my Instagram here. And nos vemos en la próxima.